What up, guys? It's Tyson from AI Talk Pros, and today we're going to be adding an action inside of a node so that we can add a tag inside of Go High Level, knowing when somebody has answered a phone call so we don't continue calling them about the same thing. In case you don't know us, we are AI Talk Pros, a conversational AI agency. We focus on phone calls, so we have AI that sounds like a real human, performs phone calls, and so anything that you need that way, whether that's sales, customer service, you name it, we can do it. So I'm going to jump into Go High Level and build out this workflow before we go ahead and let me see if I can get rid of this. Nope. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that before we jump in and add this action. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm inside Go High Level, and I just created a new automation, and I'm calling it Answered Call Workflow. So the trigger is going to be an inbound webhook coming in. So whenever this webhook happens, and of course we can't map it quite yet because we have to initiate it, this whole workflow is going to take place. So we won't create the trigger yet. But let's do this. Add a tag, and we're going to call this tag call answered. Boom. So anybody who comes through this, it's going to say answered the call. And now we have to create this. So and also, as you can see, so I've come in here on air and I've added this action. I just clicked add action, called it call answered, and now we have to save it. Now let's initiate that webhook and run a call. Let's make sure that we're getting this done properly. So I'm going to copy this webhook and go put it inside of air. Okay, so over here inside of air, I'm just making this webhook. I, of course, put that webhook URL for that specific workflow in here, and it's going to be a post-call outcome. And I have just put a random bearer token here. It doesn't really matter what you call it. It's not really important for this. So I'll click create. Now we should be able to get this. So all right, now we have it. And what we had to do here was click test webhooks, which is right here. So now we can see this reference. And we have something, which is key. So now that we have it, let's go ahead and click out here. Inbound webhook. And that's it. That's all we have to do. And we've also tested our workflow. So when we run this and we've selected a contact and we look at our execution logs, it'll show that everything has gone through properly. So one more time, the steps are you go in here, obviously make sure your GHL is properly connected, get the webhook, put it in here, click test webhooks, then you'll come back and you'll be able to save that webhook. Now we had a bug, so I had to reset the page and then it was able to save. And then after you've done that and it has the sample requests, then you can save that webhook, then of course create the tag. And now you can do an additional workflow so that anybody, say in your other workflow, your calling workflow, where you might be double or triple dialing people every 1 minute, 20 minutes, as soon as they have that call answered tag added, you're then going to remove them from that workflow so you don't continue to annoy them with the same exact calls. All right, guys, hope this was informative. Again, if you want to work with us, need any help having AI make calls for you, then use our information in the description below or in the bio of our profiles and get in touch. Have a good one.